Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me or not.
I can hear you.
My sound isn't working.
No, I'm
Yeah,
working.
What's going
I
on
can
here?
hear you.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
I can
Yeah.
hear you, Maya.
You can hear me.
Yeah. Yes.
I can hear you.
Can you hear us?
I can't hear any of you two. I don't know what's happening.
Can you press on the screen? It should say on the
You
screen.
guys can all hear me.
Yeah. On the screen, it says unmute.
I can't hear you, Dawn or Amanda. I don't know what's happening. Is it mine?
Press
Is it mine?
unmute.
Can you hear those two? Can you hear Amanda and Dawn?
Dawn,
Amanda,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I
Amanda.
can hear you.
When I came on, I had to press unmute
Hello.
on the screen.
Hi,
think she
Julia.
needs-
I don't know what's happening here.
press
Can you hear me?
I'm no good with any of this IT stuff.
Dawn,
what?
can you hear me?
I can hear you, Amanda.
I'm messaging
Amanda, can you
Dad.
hear
Like,
I've got my
let's
Christmas
see if he gets
t-shirt
back
on.
to me. I don't know what's happening here. Let me try this. This is weird.
See what I can do.
Is it? Let me try this a minute.
Yeah, we can hear you.
If you guys talk now.
Hi. Hi, Maya.
Hi.
No, nothing.
Oh,
That's weird. Very weird.
Don't panic. It'll be fine. So, hang on a sec.
Mic settings. Volume. I don't know what's happening.
I'll just message them all on YouTube a minute, Amanda.
Dawn's message.
I can't see you, Dawn.
No,
Press
I can't
on
see
mute.
you either.
I can see Maya,
Yeah.
but I can't see you.
Have I pressed on mute?
Can you hear us? Obviously not.
I don't know where the unmute button is on here.
It should be on. Try pressing the screen.
Can you guys control this?
No.
No. Because the mute.
No.
You can't.
I'll see.
I've pressed on mute.
Have you pressed on more? You see more with the 3 dots.
I've just got 3 dots come up that I didn't have before.
Press the screen.
Yeah, press the screen.
No, because if I press your screen, it will say remove, and I can't remove you.
Well, I can always come back in.
I can only see your chin, Dawn. I can't see your face. There you go.
There, try that.
I'm trying to lip read right now.
I can't see Dawn at all.
Do you see?
Are you
3
guys
dots?
muted?
No.
No.
I can hear Amanda. I can hear Amanda, but I can't, and I
Try
can hear
pressing
you.
the screen. How's
I
this?
can see Maya, but I can't see you.
No, I can see me and Maya.
Remove from stage.
I can see me and Maya.
I can always come back in.
Shall I come
This is
back in?
weird.
Should we all go out?
Yeah, you can hear me. I just can't hear you two.
Yeah, I can't see Dawn. I can see you, Maya.
Weird. Very weird. I might have to call Dad in a minute. He might be able to help me out.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Fine. He told me to give him a call if I have any technical difficulties, but here we are right now.
Phone him.
You don't mind, really?
You will phone him.
No, you phone him.
Is that what you said?
No, you phone him.
I
You
phone him.
Phone him.
Me phone him, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, because he needs to sort it out from your
If you two have a chat with talk to the chat and stuff while I try and sort this out, thank you.
Can we do that, Dawn?
Yeah.
Well, I can't see anybody.
No, everyone on YouTube is saying that they can hear me and see Maya, but they can't hear Maya, but they can hear me. Hi guys, we'll be with you in a minute. They can hear me and you, Amanda.
All right. Can they see us?
They can't see us, but they can see Maya. Right. Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute.
Oh,
I can't get it to a destination. Oh, Angie can hear all three of us, but she can only see Maya.
oh yeah. I can only see Maya.
Can hear all three of us, but she can only see Maya.
Oh yeah. I can only see Maya.
She can only see Maya.
Everybody can only see Maya. Everybody can only see Maya.
He's not answering his phone. This is just amazing, you know?
Well, he's just put up on the YouTube chat. He's muted himself for the time being whilst I call Dad.
What are you saying, Dawn?
Oh, that's you. I thought
Well,
he's
how is he
talking
calling
in the
I
his?
chat.
can't hear you.
What are you saying, Dawn?
Oh.
How can you call his dad? Because his dad's not here.
Hang on a minute.
So you can hear us all, but I just can't hear Dawn or Amanda. This is amazing. So you can hear. Maybe it's just me being stupid.
I think it's probably just a button you haven't pressed.
I'm no good at IT. I'm no good at IT. How are we all doing tonight anyway? How are we all doing? How's your day been? How are we all doing?
Answering.
How are we all doing? How's your day been? It'd be great if I could hear Amanda.
Oh well, I'm just reading the chat.
This is hilarious. Oh gosh, better than comedy. Oh, geez. Not even trying. This is hilarious. Missed call. I've had a missed call from you.
Oh yeah, because I was trying to ring your
Hold
dad.
on, Dawn. Let me try this. Let me try this.
Oh yeah, I was trying to ring your dad.
So I go on Paragon and then go on to
Everybody's trying to ring Paul at the same time.
Yeah.
Dawn.
He's trying to ring Paul.
I'm calling you, Dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm calling you.
You want me to answer?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I don't know what's going on. I can't seem to sort it out.
I have no clue what you've done because when I entered the chat room, it came up with an unmute box at the bottom of the screen.
Where to?
It was actually on the screen of your face.
But they can all hear me. It's just I can't hear you or Amanda.
Yeah. So have you muted yourself somewhere?
No, because if you can hear me on the chat, then
Yeah.
I'm unmuted.
I think. Well, it says on my screen everyone can see and hear me, but
What if I... Holly, be
people can't
quiet.
see me.
Ah, is that it?
There we are.
Can
Are we here?
I can hear you on my phone. I just can't hear you on the computer.
Oh, that's not.
Well, I can see you now, and I can see Dawn, and I couldn't see you before.
I can hear Dawn. I can hear Amanda off the phone. Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe it's because I haven't plugged. Dad usually has all these like mics and stuff.
Yeah, I don't
I'll
have any
try-
of those mics.
Hey,
I don't have any of those mics. I just use my tablet.
but no, it should just work, right?
Yeah.
Oh lordy, what are we doing?
Well,
Oh no,
have you
because you have
got
to sync these.
Maya under your screen? Have you got a little picture of yourself that says you're in the show?
Yeah.
Does it say everyone can see and hear you?
It says mute mic.
Click off it. No, I can hear you on my phone. Try it again.
Can you hear me now?
You see,
I can hear you.
But I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
What's the solo layout? No, I don't want to do that. Edit layout, new layout. No. This is all about the stop camera settings. Let's press settings, see what's going on here. Audio, MacBook Air speakers built in.
Can you leave the chat and come back in?
Can I leave the actual thing?
Yeah.
If I put end stream?
Yeah, because you're the host, so
I can't leave.
no.
Can you two leave and join back?
I can leave and join back.
Yeah, you try that. See what happens.
Right, I'll be back in a minute.
All right, see you in a sec. Right. See how this happens. Sorry, guys. Hey?
Did you accept all the cookies when you went in?
No.
Yeah. On this one, you have to accept all the cookies, otherwise it won't work right.
I didn't get told to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't like accepting cookies.
No, neither do I.
I have to, and it does make me get flipping cold calls and stuff like that.
Oh, gosh.
For this, it's something you've got to do. Otherwise, the website won't function right.
I'm surprised Dad's not watching this, to be honest.
Oh, I messaged him and tried bringing him in.
Yeah, he's with Johanna, so...
Yeah, if they've allowed him in the ward, then...
Yeah, but I think the longest she could stay is 8 o'clock. Hi, everyone. Hi, Sue. Hi, Lynn.
He jumps on.
Hopefully, he might jump on, you know? If you see a random person that said Paul McGann as well, it's him.
And he'll go, look what shit show's done.
Look what she's done.
5 minutes in and we're
God, that started in already technical difficulties. Can't even say it, let alone do it.
I'm now coming into the...
Right. I have to accept you onto it, don't I? Add stage. Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me
No,
now?
still nothing, no.
Oh my God.
Maybe if I press your name.
Have we done it?
No.
Display name. So. Oh, this is a pain. Holly, stop crying, please. Hold on. Edit mic settings. Reduce mic background noise.
Have you got your tablet turned up?
Let's try that.
I bet it's that. Oh my God, if you've had the volume down.
How do I work the MacBook?
Where's the volume button?
Where is the volume button? Hold on, let me try that. Talk.
Hi.
Ah!
Yay!
This is stupid.
Well done.
Oh my Lord.
Amazing.
Oh, I like. Well done, Maya.
Oh,
Yay,
it
we
took
got
us
it
15
sorted,
minutes.
everyone. Just me being stupid.
We sorted it out without your dad's help.
We got it done.
Yes.
My dad would be like, you give.
Right.
Well,
Now what are we going to do?
now what are we going to do?
So has he given you any subjects for us to talk about?
No, he told me to... Holly, be quiet. He said that you would kind of lead, ask questions.
Yes.
Kind of
I've got loads of questions for everybody. I've always got
oh,
questions.
come on, let's
Right.
get them going.
What's it like growing up with your dad? Because he turns around and asks you that all the time.
I know.
And
I'm
you
like...
can't do an honest answer. He's not here now. The girls are all in the show tonight.
Yeah, spill the beans, Maya.
Gosh, no, it's not bad, to be honest. You learn a lot.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about the spiritual world, and also just... Can you hear my dog? I'm sorry, she's a pain.
I've got both
but-
with me, so don't worry about it.
Okay, good. So you learn a lot about the spiritual things and just learning not to be frightened of anything that physically can't really hurt you. Well, in some ways, you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, I always say the living are going to hurt you more than the dead.
Yeah, that's what he taught
Why
me.
would the dead waste their time on us?
Literally. They're resting. They don't need us.
Yeah.
So what do
unless
your
you-
friends think about your dad being a psychic medium?
Not all of them know, because I don't want to freak them all out. Because this age, this kind of age, I talk to them about ghost hunting, they're like,
Well, Dawn freaks them out more than anything.
No.
I didn't mean to. I really didn't mean to freak them out.
They crap
I'm like,
themselves.
that's just
Yeah.
me normally going on. I didn't mean to. I wasn't even telling
Oh,
ghost stories or
no.
anything, really, was I?
No,
I was
that's
just,
okay. No, they were kind of joking at the end of it.
yeah,
Oh, I'm
excuse me, or you're going to spend a lot of time wandering.
And Dawn says, "Oh, this is my 5th life that I'm in
This
at
is
the
my
moment."
5th bodysuit or whatever it's called, and
No,
meat
I said
suit.
I've probably got some. I'm just here dusting away on my table a minute. I said I've probably got some meat suits in here from
Meat
like
suit.
500 years ago. They didn't.
I haven't
Well,
got any dust on my table.
That's very
Right.
good. I'm on my kitchen table. You're
I've
all
got
I
my
right.
have a
candle
Christmas
going.
T-shirt on.
A Christmas top.
Yeah.
Look at you go.
She's Christmas mad.
I see you around a lot, Dawn, actually. I
Pardon?
see you
I
around
saw
Truro.
you. Was it you and your sister the other day walk through town?
I
I'm sure
think
it was
so.
you.
Yeah.
Do you and Faith look quite similar?
People say that, but we're not related.
Yeah, but you do look quite similar.
Everyone
I saw
says,
you walking down the road and I was like, I'm sure that's her sister. Because I was sat with Tegan in Victoria Square.
oh my gosh, yeah, probably then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I go to the gym in Truro, so
You
I'm
go to
usually
the
there.
what, sorry?
The
I thought
gym?
you went to the one in Newquay.
That's not in my
No, no.
vocabulary. I don't do that.
No, I said I go to the gym in Truro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do.
I love it. Love it all. What did you say? Sorry, Dawn? Amanda,
I
sorry?
said I don't do the gym.
I said I thought you went to the one in Newquay.
Oh, no, because we're trying to move towards the Truro way, as you may know. So, and I go to college in Truro, so it's just so much easier being in Truro than, because when I used to, obviously, because I take the bus because I don't drive yet, yeah, it's just better for me.
I'm starting the one in Truro tomorrow. What's it called? Anytime.
Yeah, that's the one I go to.
Hang on, Lynn's saying I need to tell that.
Actually, we better stop talking about gyms.
Sorry. Yeah, Dad would be well mad. He'd be like, you don't need to go.
Yeah, you three got together and all you did was talk about gyms.
Hang on, I'm trying to turn my microphone up.
He
Oh,
won't
my
let me do this again.
There you go. Is that better?
My dog is nudging me when I'm trying to.
The doggy.
Ah, Gypsy.
She keeps knocking my arm.
Oh God.
Right, I'm here.
Now it's disturbed my monster.
My
Right, so what
boys.
was your... I was asking Amanda this the other day, because she likes to be warned of the questions. So I was asking how Amanda got into the paranormal world.
Oh, how did you do that then?
And it was all Dawn's fault.
Always my fault. Always my
Because
fault.
I worked with her in Newquay.
Right.
And she said, here, she said, I've got this psychic medium came into the shop and dropped some cards off. Do you fancy going to his show? I said,
Oh.
maybe.
Hmm.
It was your dad's show.
What?
Yeah.
Where was that?
That was at Lane Theatre. You were there, Maya. I think I
Yes,
remember.
I was.
Yeah.
You were little. You were quite little then.
Yes, I do remember that actually. And is it at the back? There's like up at the top. There's a big theatre. No, there's a where they do the lighting and everything. Is that there?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is it that big kind of hall-looking thing with a stage at the front?
It's the hall with the big stage on it. Yeah.
I remember that one.
And your
Yeah,
dad
that was a while
seemed to
ago.
be with our crowd for most of the night. The messages were all coming for us for some reason.
Oh wait, I think it was just that one circle, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah. Even back then, he was telling me off. He literally told me off on the stage. He said that telling me off that I need to drink more water.
He told me off
That was
as well.
15 years ago, and he'd never met me.
Oh gosh.
It's got to be at least 15 years ago.
Wow. Yes.
You met him 15 years ago.
No, I
knew
would have been one.
No, you. I
No,
think
2.
you must have been about 4 or 5. I don't
Yeah,
think
so
you're
that must
much
have been
older than
about.
that.
Are you sure? Because I barely remember it. So I think I was about 6, 7. No,
Yeah.
older than that, right? 10.
No, I tell you, the Lane Theatre was 2018.
Was it? You still got the
Mhm.
ticket stubs?
No, I just remember because that was the first year I came back from Spain.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
there you go.
11.
Yeah.
So I was like, I remember it. So how was I so? I couldn't have been that
It's
young.
so cute.
No, it's probably my memory.
My memory's shocking as well. Hence the reason I'm a hairdresser.
We're all three of us hairdressers.
Are we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at us.
Yeah,
The
I have
hairdresser.
35 years under my belt. Amanda
Oh,
skipped out.
gosh. I'm only a year and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just a baby.
Yeah,
So-
no, I don't do it anymore. Nor do you, Dawn?
No, I couldn't touch a pair of scissors. No. I was only being told today that I need to go back into hairdressing, and I was like, absolutely not.
No, it's too
Yeah.
tiring.
So what was your first paranormal encounter?
Me?
Either of you?
I think mine was when them lights were going around my TV that one time. Dad
what,
brings
the
it up next time.
Barclays?
Something like that, yeah. And I don't know what it was. I was like just staring at it for a good 10 minutes. I was just watching it. I was like, maybe I should ask Dad what this is. So I went into him. I was like, there's something circling my room. He was like, and he came in and he was like, what? And I was like, there. And he was like, there's nothing there. And I was like,
Oh my God, Gypsy, stop.
and then
nudging my arm.
yeah, and I just, and then
How
I
did
was just like, I'm not staying in it.
But how does it make you feel when you have those sparklies around then? Have you tried communicating with them or calling them back to you? Or
I actually haven't recently. No, I was just like looking at it, like, am I seeing it or is it just like there? And I was like, I was just watching it, and they were just like just twinkling around. It was weird.
Would you go into the same kind of thing as your dad then, Maya?
As in like the ghost hunt stuff?
Yeah, or the psychic medium stuff.
I'm not quite sure on the psychic medium stuff, but I do come along to the ghost hunt stuff. Find it quite fun. I find it fun learning about all the history of it and also just the whole feeling about it all like going in and
See,
plus
that's
I know
the
really hurt.
history. I
Yeah.
love the history of it all and
Mm.
how things you can find out really unusual things from
Yeah.
going on an investigation that you wouldn't normally pick up in the history books, but you can kind of like connect the dots to say whether
You're
there's
quite
fact.
good at connecting the dots too.
I can research
Okay.
till the ends of the earth. Literally, I will suck a sponge dry of information.
I know, like when we were going through that place and you were like telling us all this history, I was like, how do you even know this?
It's like, so I've always been into things like paranormal and crystals, and always felt a little bit disconnected from the rest of the world and saw the world a little bit differently to everybody else. I always took a risk because I knew that there was a safety net. I wasn't going to die at any particular point by doing something a little bit too adventurous. I knew that source, I've got purpose here and I'm not allowed out of Earth until my purpose is filled. So,
Of course.
yeah. So I was always a little bit like that. And then about, it was about 5 years ago when lockdown and everything happened and we all had our distractions taken away from us. I went down so many rabbit.
Oh,
Dawn's gone.
Mental damage.
you froze then, lovely.
Have I gone?
No, you're here. You're still there.
You came back.
Yeah, so I put
I
myself
got to the
in
bit
some
when you
mental
said,
turmoil.
sorry, I got to the bit when you said go down rabbit holes. That's the bit I got to.
Yeah, because every reality to me at that point didn't feel real. There was
No,
all
I
this
get you.
craziness and chaos going on around me, and I had to research and find out why it was all happening. I want to know why this is all going on. So from doing that, and I mean that was hundreds and hundreds of hours of research, of watching a load of rubbish, but also things that like you can feel whether they're true in your stomach or not.
Yeah.
And some of the things that I found to be true were pretty raw and dark. So and then I hadn't had any contact with Paul for about 5 years, I suppose.
Oh, wow.
And he popped up on Facebook. And instead of pouring everything into looking into the conspiracy theories, I was like, well, why don't I start ghost hunting and asking the people that have already been through it? So the people who have already had a life and moved on, why can't I communicate with them and like find out from the horse's mouth, what is there life after death? Are there aliens? Are we on a flat earth? Are we on a round earth? Is the government trying to kill us? I don't know. I don't know.
No.
But yeah, it sent me down all sorts of impossibilities. My brain was so locked into a certain way of thinking that anything outside of that was kind of like impossible. But when you realize that one of the things is possible, it makes all of the things possible.
Yeah, of course. That's a cool way of looking at it, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that happened like years ago when the impossible happened to us. It makes you see the world.
I'm just going to let my dog out a minute. She's bugging me.
That's
Come
fine.
on.
Yeah, it makes you see the world in a whole. I mean, you've had your journey with your mum and your dad and everything like that. We've all had traumas in our life, but it's how we pick ourselves up from the traumas and whether we take a lesson from it or we are a victim from it. And there's a lot of victims going around nowadays. Rather than brushing themselves off and getting on with life, they carry that trauma with them and try and use it as an excuse every day.
I don't like them to do that.
So I'm a people analyzer as well. The people that are living right now, I can sit in Victoria Square and I can see actual people with their aura walking around about their daily business. They've got a bit of creativity going on. They've got a little bit of healing going on. I can see all those auras. And then you see these like shadows of people and they're constantly scrolling on their phone, not paying attention to the world around them. They can literally bang into you and you would say sorry, they just carry on walking because they're not connected. So I think
that's teenagers at the minute, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's not just teenagers and old people. They expect young people to open their door for them, and when you do, they don't say thank you. They just barge on through, and so they're privileged and self-entitled.
Well, they can be the worst, old people.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Especially in the hair industry, you learn that.
Oh, yeah.
You have to bite your tongue a lot. So I've always been a people watcher, whether it was working in hair or just working in pubs, old people's homes, wherever I've worked. I've always been trying to analyze people and see what consciousness is actually in there.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody the other day while I was watching a video, and it was somebody, and they did a study in America, and they were saying that they were asking all these teenagers. I'm not picking on teenagers, but they're the ones that do screen time more than what we did. We didn't have screens like you guys do.
No.
But they were asking these teenagers, like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? When you look in the mirror, do you have an inner monologue? And all these kids were like, no. I was like, what do you mean when you look in the mirror, you don't hear a voice back to you going, oh, you look a bit crap today, or you look great today, or that there's none of that inner voice there. And I find that really weird. Like inner voice. You have an inner voice.
Yeah, because I think I'm like just a 2000s kid, I already got the bit of the when I was little, like not having the like proper phones or the TVs and stuff like that.
And I can imagine your dad has kind of like protected you from that side of things a little bit as well. But
sometimes
there's so many people out there that they're functioning humans, but they have no consciousness there whatsoever.
No.
I find that fascinating and paranormal as well. So they're living ghosts walking around us.
Literally, half the time you look at people, you give them a smile and they're just like,
yeah, look straight through you. Don't even acknowledge that
you're not there. And I'm like, thanks. Hope you have a good day.
Yeah, but it makes it like it's a really weird time to be alive, isn't it? It's where has that connection to humanity gone?
Not quite normal, is it?
No. So yeah, the living scare me more than the dead at the moment. So I'd rather spend my time in the graveyard than
You're messing around with
I am messing around, I'm sorry. I feel like it's better like this because I can actually see you full on now.
One thing I would like to ask is, where are you interested in going on ghost hunts apart from graveyards?
Me?
Or anybody?
Well,
You go.
I've seen like, there's this place. It's like quite up country. It's a very, very haunted place. I think you spoke to my dad about it before. What's it called?
East Drive, Eastfield House.
That's it. That's the one.
That's the one I want to go to.
I've not heard of that one. Where's that?
It's extremely haunted. Like 30 Drive, I think it's called, or something like that.
It's one of the most haunted places around.
See, I want to know why it's haunted.
There was this. It's the daughter, is it not?
Yeah, one of the ghosts really liked the daughter or something.
Yeah,
See, that fascinates me about ghosts that are trapped. I mean, I know that we have ghosts that are a replay, just like a stain on time. So when you're in a house, if you see a ghost walk from one room to another, that might happen at the same time every day. But actually, spirits that are trapped in a house, it's like, I feel in my bones that when we cross over, the light comes for all of us and we all have that choice. But to move on, be judged, whatever. But I don't know. I don't
30
understand
East
how.
Drive. Oh yeah, the Black Monk.
That's what I was just searching.
Sorry, Dawn. It's the Black Monk that haunts East Drive. Thanks, Andy.
Why would a holy monk haunt? Is there some sort of spell that's been put on them to trap
Angie, why is
spirits
there a
there?
monk there? She'll tell me in a minute.
I'm just researching it now. It says history. Where is it?
Yeah, I think you can hire that place out for the night.
Yeah, I watched a video on it, and the owner, she has to like lock it up and keep like places like people away from it, and you can like.
Well, she's making tons of money out of it because she bought it for about £60,000 because nobody else wanted it, and so now every night she just hires it out to ghost hunters.
Is that the one with the witch's
for loads of money?
Is that what the witch's cage next? So she's got a little cottage, and then right next there's like a little extension, and they just call it the witch's cave.
No,
this is right in the middle of like a housing estate. It just looks like a normal house.
I'll try and find.
I'll have to look at that.
The photo of it, I don't know if you can see it on my phone, but it looks like that.
Yeah,
I think I've seen. Yeah, I have seen. It looks like a council house. Yeah.
Angie saying
the investigation of it.
The daughter was grabbed and the daughter was dragged up the stairs, kicking and screaming in that place. Yeah,
and there's like they have like this little toy pram, and it gets launched down the stairs. Like they're like,
see, that's the kind of thing I want to do, and I don't mind graveyards, but I live opposite one, so I see them every day.
Yeah, you've got to start somewhere, though, really, haven't you?
Yeah, see, I'm interested in doing some of the pubs in Truro. At the moment, we're keeping it quite local. So, but talking about somewhere that I'd like to do the Edinburgh Vaults.
But what about the old tin mines here?
I'd love to do the mines. I'd love to do the mines.
What, the ones in like Camborne?
Camborne. I'd like to go down west a little bit more, and maybe up to Polperro, because Polperro's got a lot of
the Pole Dark mine.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I keep grabbing my hair because I can see it in the.
Me too.
I'm grabbing the wrong side. I'm like,
mine's frizzy as anything. It's all right, frizzle. We're all hairdressers. We're all looking at our hair.
It seems like a lot of people are they're attracted to go to the places that have got like the murderers in them and the black monks in them, and it's always got a story of trauma. And it's like, I want to go and settle them. So if there is trauma there that's happened, I want to go in there and say it's okay. Whatever happened isn't happening right now. You need to move on.
Okay, so there was a man that went to East Drive where the Black Monk is, and he went in the house on his own, and he ended up having quite a chat with him. If you can have a chat with a ghost,
I've got my dowsing rods now.
the Black Monk, he got on quite well with him.
See my new dowsing rods? Look, they go everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't whack yourself in the eye.
But I thought if you was doing the real or fake videos tonight, I can douse to see if they're real or fake.
Yeah, this is right. The mines in St Agnes have got amazing history, and so many
Yeah.
sightings.
There's one. I think it's down Portreath, but there's one that's actually in the cliff, and it goes out underneath the sea for about 3 miles.
I just watched about that tonight.
Have you?
Mm.
What's that one called?
Well, it's not actually. It's not a haunting one. It's just people that like to go potholing, and they go.
Yeah, but you see, every single place is haunted. Everywhere there are spirits.
Everywhere.
Absolutely everywhere. I could sit in Victoria
People
Square.
live their way for us. Jeez.
Yeah, I could sit in Victoria Square on a Saturday afternoon and probably see something paranormal.
I keep seeing like things flash by me, like I'll be like cooking or something, this dark thing just goes past.
Or when I was over in the field, so I took the dogs for a walk over in the fields one day, and it's literally 30 seconds from my house. I walk out the door, through the lane, and I'm in these fields. And I've lived in the village all my life, and there's history here I have no clue about. I'm learning all the time.
Sorry, my dogs are so loud.
That's right.
I've checked I've put her out of the room. Lynn's saying about you would love Blackpool, the ghost train on the pleasure beach. With Cloggy.
Is that actually haunted?
With Cloggy, who scares people and walks about in his clogs.
I see. There's a place in America called McKinley Island. Have you ever heard of that?
In America, did you say?
Yeah. It's called McKinley Island. Now, I found this place about 3 or 4 years ago, I think, on YouTube, because it's got the most beautiful gardens, and they don't have any cars or anything like that. No engines. Everything still runs on horse and cart. And basically, it was where they did the fur trading from America to England, and that was like the first trading post in America. So this whole island is exactly the same as what it was in something like 1776.
Right.
But during the day, it's like full of flowers and all beautiful kept gardens and everything like that. But at night, apparently, it's supposed to be one of the most haunted places on the planet because it's undisturbed. So they're all still living their lives as if nothing has happened.
Yeah, because they don't know, do they?
I'd like to do that one. A lot of places in America and over here, it's like I'd like to go to the Ram Inn, I'd like to go Pendle Hill, but there's so much propaganda that goes along with it. There's people making a lot of money from these hauntings.
Yeah.
And it's not in the spirit's benefit or the soul's benefits. That
my house is not haunted.
Your house?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's not. The lights are not moving at all.
Yeah, but you've got to hold it still.
Well, it was still on the table.
I've seen those the circular ones that like make a beeping noise with the propeller thing that's out of it, and like it buzzes as if something goes near it and beeps, and I've seen loads of those.
You see, I like the idea of these electrical devices, but when we was talking to Obi-Wan Paul the other day, I do tend to agree with him that like an electric frequency that comes from like batteries or. I lived in a time, and Amanda will remember, that you used to pick up your landline and you used to be able to hear Mildred at number 73 having a conversation with Daphne over the road. And you used to get a cross line. And you always used to get that. Well, I kind of think that there might be a possibility of that going on with some of these devices.
That is true, yeah.
That when you hear words coming through, people are sending emails left, right and centre. They're texting left, right and centre. And these devices can pick up on random words. So I like to go down the natural route.
Whatever you talk about, and like if I talk to Tony about something, and then the next thing is it comes up on your phone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What you've been
Yeah,
talking
listening
about.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we go for the next one, when we go for this actual ghost hunt, when we decide we're going to do it, I want to sit and do some meditation to some frequency music
Yeah.
I
and
just
see what that brings through.
In the dark.
tell you this message
Yeah.
a minute.
Pardon?
Natalie, my friend's place is haunted and that spirit attacked me 3 times.
Hang on, Alan's
In what
saying
way?
somewhere.
I don't know. She doesn't say in what way. She just said,
Natalie, in which way? How has it attacked you? I remember this one time Dad came back from a ghost hunt and he had this like scratch down his arm.
Yeah, he was saying about that last week. But right, Natalie, what protection did you take with you, and what protection did you do mentally and physically, and like to your aura before you walked in to the haunted house? Because you can't just walk into these places. Like you will have a target on your back. You've got energy that they want, and if they can plug into you, they will.
Yeah. Dad always he does it all to us before we go in.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
John, that's really interesting then. But even then, Paul would have done that. He still got scratched as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean,
why?
when you go in, sometimes it can be as simple as taking medication. So when you take medication, you can get a hole in your aura, and they can attach through that hole in your aura. I think what Paul does when he goes in, we've never had this conversation, so I'm just assuming, but he puts like a bubble around everybody. So it's not just your aura that's protecting you. He's put a protective bubble around you as well. So you can walk in there safely then, and they can't attach to you through the holes in your aura.
No.
There's lots of things that attack us in our modern day life that attack our aura, which means that we can then get attachments and things like that going along with us. It just makes it easier for them. But if you consciously are aware that you need to be protected spiritually, mentally, your aura needs to be protected. So you have to put yourself in that physical mindset. If you're walking into somebody else's house that they think is theirs, and they're going to feel, if someone walked into my house, I wouldn't be happy.
No.
Unannounced, and just strolled in. I saw something the other day and I thought it was really nice. Kelly Osbourne, she knocked on the door before she went in, and I thought that was really nice. To
Oh
like
yeah, her
introduce
and her brother do that, don't
am
they?
I allowed? Do you mind? Whereas a lot of people, they just go, oh, and it's like an adventure game to them. Oh, let's go in and speak to the ghosts, or this is a haunted house. Let's go and see if something freaky can happen. Well, something freaky can happen and you can still be safe. So if you don't know how to do the prayers and to bring in the angels and stuff like that to protect you, please take an obsidian crystal, a shungite crystal, a black tourmaline crystal. Just takes a black crystal, if you can find one, in with you, because that will absorb all the negative energy for you, and then you can cleanse it off the crystal. It won't attach to you.
Like you with your organ thing.
Yeah.
When you got burnt on the chest, didn't you?
Yeah.
Can I just say that Natalie is saying this spirit threw a beer can at her. One time dragged her by a hoodie.
Thing is, I'm not very experienced in this stuff, so I can't really say.
No, I'm not. I'm asking Dawn because I really don't know.
Yeah, no, right. So at the beginning, when I actually noticed this difference in consciousness between living people walking around, I had to learn to protect myself, and I stumbled on Orgonite. My mother-in-law was making it, and she's Reiki trained, and she does healings and stuff like that. So, and she was telling me that it just it absorbs and transmutes negative energies. So you literally can't be negative around it. So I thought, I'll give it a go. So I made some, and I started wearing them. And the first thing I noticed was people weren't walking up to have a go at me in Tesco's.
Gonna get some water a minute.
People weren't. It's like I had a target on my back because I was different to everybody else, and I wasn't scared. Nobody could quite understand. Well, why are you not scared? And I'm like going, because when my time's up, my time's up. This is the way I've always lived my life.
Yeah.
So I kind of like noticed the difference in the consciousness, and I wanted to protect myself, and plus I wanted to protect them, because they walk up and have a go at me, and my first instinct is to defend myself, and I can
Of
get
course.
myself in a lot of trouble that way. So I'd rather just not have that energy come up to me. So I created the Orgonite, started wearing it, and not fallen out with anybody since. It kind of like
Amazing.
puts that bubble around you that negative people, they'll kind of walk up to you and try their luck, and then it sort of like gives them a little electric shock, and they don't like being around that energy. They're the people that walk up to you and they say, oh, did you hear about such and such? She's got poorly, and oh, maybe, and they've got nothing positive or nice to say about anything. You could even try and say, oh, I've won the lottery. And they would go, oh, did you hear about maybe down the road that died? And they just don't want you to be happy. There's people that want to be happy, and they consciously make an effort every day to, doesn't matter how much crap and trauma is going on, they will still they will hunt out the roses and feel the grass between their feet. And then there are other people that are quite happy to be in that mentality and
Dawn,
suck
1
you
minute,
dry.
please.
What? Go on, what?
Lynn would like to have some Orgonite from you, if possible.
When I'm back making it again, the
Me
only
too.
Orgonite I've got at the moment is in Amanda's shop.
Well, she can
When
have it from a shop.
Yeah. Well, when you make Orgonite, you have to make sure that you're in the right state of mind to do it. So if I'm slightly teasy, or if I've got anything negative going on in my life, that will be transferred into
You don't want
the
that.
Orgonite. So when my husband was diagnosed back in April, I kind of like, I can't put, I'm trying my hardest, pedaling, like, you know, like a swan is gliding on the water and you're underneath is kicking like mad.
Yeah.
That would be put into the Orgonite and amplified, and I don't want to put that onto somebody else. So I will get back making it, and he is on the mend. So
Amazing.
we'll get back to it. It's just not quite yet. Maybe in the next few weeks. But Amanda has got lots in her. So she's got my Orgonite skulls in there. She's got
I
Orgonite
hate
pyramids
selling
in
the
there.
Orgonite from
She's got
Dawn
sleep
because
pods.
I like keeping them all.
Yeah, and she's got tower busters in there. I think
Hi,
you've got
Ronnie.
in there as well. Pardon?
Where's your shop?
Here.
So Amanda's shop is in Pydar Mews in Truro.
I've
I'm
been
just
there.
at your shop.
My shop?
No, Maya's. I just round the corner from your shop, the next alleyway,
Oh, right.
by the
Yeah.
cake shop.
Yeah, so
Are
all
you
my
in
stuff is in Amanda's window there.
Oh, Dad's taken me in there a few times, didn't he? Because I remember him taking me in not long after I got in that accident.
Yeah.
God, that was in December.
But what people are saying in the chat, I've invited
Ronnie's
some of my
here.
friends in tonight. I've got my friend in, Alan, and he's telling us to go to Kennel Vale.
Oh,
Yeah, he wants us to go to Kennel Vale because
I want to go Kennel Vale.
well, they used to
I
make the
don't know where that
gunpowder.
is.
They used to, that was the where they used to store and make the gunpowder, and there was a big explosion there. But there's also, Alan will put me right, there's also a grave there. It's called Jay's grave, and I'm not sure it's every day or every week the flowers get replaced. And this has happened for like decades. This is like 2 or 3 generations down the line now, where these flowers are replaced, and no one knows where they come from.
What? So all local people do that, do they?
No, nobody knows where the flowers come from.
Do they like even record it to see who goes?
I don't know. I mean, no one has come up with any evidence of how these. I would have thought someone would put a static camera there by now.
Yeah, by now.
And just, right, the flowers are due this week, but I haven't seen any footage of it. But yeah, these flowers turn up, fresh flowers turn up every week or every day. I think it's every week. Alan will tell me.
Julia Evans knows the one you're talking about.
Right.
She said yes, Jay's grave.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jay's grave. I'd like to go and investigate there because it doesn't seem like it's demonic and all. And I think that's the one that I saw that had a beautiful stone fountain in the middle. Like this really ornate stone fountain in the middle of the woods. It's like, why would that be there?
What is Kennel Vale then? Is it a woods?
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of places, there's a lot of pubs in Truro that I'd like to get to the bottom of.
There's a lot of pubs in Truro I'd like to have a beer in.
Come
Now,
on,
wrong sort of spirits.
Amanda.
No,
I don't-
cut that. I didn't say that.
No.
We're alive. We can't edit that shit out.
Um,
No, there's the wrong types of spirits. But I'd like to go into some of the old pubs, like there's the Market Inn in Truro. And if those walls could talk, I've
They
got
would.
tales. My granddad used to tell me about that place. My granddad used to turf people out by the scruff of their neck. He used to pick them up by the seat of their pants and the scruff of the neck and chuck them out the door.
wow.
I don't think that's ever going to be reopened, do you?
No, but I think they've got to keep it. It's listed, I think, so they've got to keep it right. So Julie's saying that's how she does. She just laughs. She doesn't have fear either. Brilliant.
Wow, just cracked my back
So-
really badly.
Another thing my friend was saying to me yesterday is about shapeshifters. What do people think
Yeah.
about shapeshifters?
Are they them? Wait, is a shapeshifter like? Oh, what do you call them? Like, can you explain what it is?
So a shapeshifter is anything that, so it's a form that can take other forms. So whether you look at it as a werewolf or a skinwalker or
That's
something
someone
that
that's
can,
like a skinwalker.
yes, yeah, they're under the same. So skinwalker is basically the American way of, because they have dire wolves in America. So there's skinwalker, which is supposed to be from the Navajo. I think it's some Indian tribe. There are generations from back when they used to do this, the rituals and things on those sites in America. And so I think there's a difference in language between America and English, even though we've got the same common language. It's like we call it a fringe, they call it a bang. It's like, what's a bang? That's not English. Anyway, so whereas we would say a werewolf, they would say a dire wolf.
A what?
A dire wolf would be a skinwalker. So when a skinwalker morphs into a wolf form, they call it a dire wolf, whereas we call it a human morphs it into a werewolf.
Right.
But I think a lot of that is. So my friend was he was saying about Bigfoot. And would Bigfoot be a skinwalker or a shapeshifter? Now, with Bigfoot, I think that I believe in different dimensions. So it's all like a frequency, like maybe Bigfoot is walking on Radio 1 and we're on Radio Cornwall. So you can tune in, you get a crossover every now and again, but he's not there all the time, which is why he's there and he's not.
Mad as a box of frogs.
I don't. Do you not think that? Like, so
I
would
get
you
what
say
you mean,
Bigfoot was
though, like-
a myth?
I'm only
Yeah.
joking, Dawn. Ronnie said
know.
what is it you said that they have here in America?
Dire wolf.
A what?
So when the dire wolf,
Dire wolf.
a dire wolf. So they're just massive wolves, but they're connected with the skinwalkers in America.
I don't know if it's true, but it's like when you hear about the skinwalkers can like talk, like they can pretend to be like family, like the same
Yeah.
voice. That scares me.
Yeah, there was one, I think your dad showed it the other day with a girl. She was out in her bedroom and she could hear her mum knocking on the door.
Yeah. And they open the door and there's nothing
Her
there.
mum was at work
Oh.
and this, whatever it was outside her door doing a perfect impression of her mum.
God, I'd cry.
I wouldn't. I'd go, who the hell do you think you are to impress? I've got one mother. That's more than enough. Thank you very much.
Definitely.
She's enough to scare the life out of anybody.
So scary thinking about like.
I bet she'd be watching now. I'll be in trouble tomorrow.
I'm gonna tell her, Dawn. I'm gonna tell
Do it.
your mum.
Yeah, so just catching up.
Julia Evans said, "What do you think about imps?"
Imps.
Imps. Are they kind of like pixies? I don't like saying
I think
piskies.
there's lots of different, like there's lots of different words for the same little creatures. So we would get imps, piskies, fairies.
Pisky.
A pisky is the Cornish
Pixies.
fairy.
Cornish
they're like-
pixies.
Yeah, then they're the same kind of size as a fairy, but they're always up to mischief. So the piskies with the miners always had to chuck the crust of their pasty to the piskies in the mines to keep them at bay. So they're mischievous, but they also protect our land. But then you get fairies, you get like goblins, you can have giants, and as crazy as everybody thinks, I can't prove anybody wrong, so I will say that I believe in all of them until someone proves me different. I think they all
Cornwall
exist
is
on
well
different
known
dimensions.
for giants.
Yeah, I think they all live on different dimensions and different time zones.
Mm.
But I also think this is a hard one for everybody to wrap their heads around, is everything is happening in the same moment.
It is.
So if you imagine a record disc, and it depends, so you are the needle on the record, and you only know what that record is playing you. But there's millions of different records, millions of different needles, and they all play things to a different note. So you're on a different record ring as I am, than I am. But these other entities are on different rings on the record as well. So they're all going on at the same time. There you go. That was Amanda's
my
face is just
brain.
like, what?
My brain,
know-
like, oh, sometimes
seen,
I'm like, sometimes I'm sat there and I'm like looking at someone, I'm like, you're living the same life as me, and you're looking at me, I'm looking at you, and I'm like, how are you? How is
How
this
do you
happening?
have the same? How are we all so different? We've all
Yeah.
had different upbringings. And I think that really does come from, I mean, your chakra is literally like a family, that's your tree. So you've got your red root chakra, which is all your ancestors. Then you've got your orange chakra, which is all your family. Then you've got your yellow chakra, which is like your creative and everything you love. And then you've got the green chakra, which is your heart. And then most people are cut off from there. They haven't got the throat chakra. They can't speak their mind. They can't speak their truth. Yay! See, I'm speaking the truth, and they're telling you. So a lot of people, they're cut off at the green chakra, at your heart chakra. So they've lost emotion, they've lost feelings. They can't connect with people quite like they used to. Then obviously you've got your blue chakra, which is your throat, speaking your truth and being honest with yourself, with what you see and what you've experienced. Then you've got your third eye and your crown
You
chakra.
can open that, can't you? Or something
But
like that.
everyone has been cut off from those. So a lot of people, unless you consciously make an effort to connect back up to your heart chakra, you can't get access to the others.
Excuse me 1 minute. Can I just read your comment from Alan Dunn?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
my friend. He's
it's
my
from
big brother.
I think Bigfoot is from another planet. They are very intelligent and they are shapeshifters.
So are they from another planet or are they shapeshifters?
Oh no, my cuckoo.
What's
Because this is the
that?
thing I've got. It's
My
like,
cuckoo.
if they're shapeshifters and they come from a different planet, surely when they come down to this planet, they would morph into a human. And why would
Alan Dunn said both.
they're both?
He thinks they're both.
Now, see, I think that they just exist on a different dimension. I agree that they're gentle and they don't want to do anybody any harm. I just think that sometimes there's a crossover in dimensions and you see them.
The hell, I thought that was a Bigfoot then.
They are.
You're going to get attacked by a werewolf in a minute, Maya.
But I think all these things
Right.
paranormal that need explaining, but people are so distracted with life that they aren't stopping to have a look. So everybody stop and have a look.
That
at
is
what's going
some
on
kind of
around them.
bark, isn't it?
Scary. Scary bark.
Mine only barks when I tell him.
They don't shut up.
No, Bruce only barks when I tell him. So if I've got somebody knocking at the door that I don't like, I go, Bruce, bark.
Gosh, time's flied.
It is.
Now
Has
we
he
get
given
the
us any
church
videos to watch?
bells.
Has he given you any videos to show us?
Thing is, he was on call with me and he was telling me how to do it, and I've seen one, but I feel like we've seen it before.
Maybe not worry about it before tonight then.
Don't worry, we can do that another time. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because more or less likely that's going to happen again. And
I think we're not doing too bad, to be
But
honest.
we've got any more questions in the chat.
Although we're talking a load of rubbish, but
it's great. We've got a show on. Here we are.
Well, Alan's saying that at Jay's grave, people have camped there and still not seen who put flowers on there.
They probably don't let you see them then.
we should camp there one night.
You joking?
Well, you've got all your tent stuff. I'll take a van.
Thanks for that, Julia. That's she said conversation is good. Yeah.
No,
Good.
See, Jay and I were
Not
talking the other day about our van. You know, we've got our camper van, and I was saying how I wanted to use it as our hub, so that we can literally take it out and stay.
Oh yeah,
I want
Dad
to
was
do.
thinking about that.
Yeah, well, I want to.
I
do
love it in a tent. I love it in a tent.
Well, you
So
you can be in
cool.
the tent, and
The
me and
real
Paul will be having a cup of tea.
campfire.
Maya will be having a cup of tea in the van. All right.
Yeah, I'll be nice
Julie,
and warm.
Julie said this is really nice. Well done, ladies. I've had a great time tonight.
Oh, thanks, Julie.
You.
And I'm
This is
really
the
sorry,
time.
everybody, that I keep interrupting Dawn, but I have to because otherwise I can't get a word in edgeways to tell her what people are saying. And that's
Can
why
you
I
not
just
see it,
say,
Dawn?
excuse me.
You
Excuse
need a
me.
little paddle. Say, shut up. Someone's trying to get a word in edgeways.
Like, shush.
Jewish.
I
Yeah.
need a magic wand, then I can just go, chook.
Lynn's got a barking dog at the front door. Oh, a front doorbell. Her front doorbell was a
That's
barking
quite a
dog.
good idea, actually.
I don't need a doorbell. I've got them.
Well, it's cheaper than
Yeah,
the
you've
dog.
got 3 of them. Does Holly bark?
Gosh, you hear her the most. It's like a high pitched scream.
Oh,
See-
bless her.
Ollie barks more than Bruce.
Holly, did you say?
Ollie. We have Ollie,
Ollie.
the Shih Tzu. Yeah. I have
Oh,
the Shih
Johanna's
Tzu.
calling me.
I have the Shih Tzu down this side, and I have the Rottweiler down that side.
Gosh.
So who did you say was
Sorry, what
calling
was
you?
you saying, Maya?
Johanna's calling me.
Oh, answer it.
Oh,
It might be Paul.
Maybe it is. Let me call her back.
she must be feeling well.
Yeah.
Let me see what's going on.
Oh, this is good news.
Hi, Joe. Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm still live, by the way.
Oh, hi, Joe.
Hey, saying hello to everyone.
Hi, Joe. Hi there. So good to see you doing
How are
well.
you? Oh, bless.
Gosh, oh my gosh. So good to see you.
Say I'm okay.
Good. Oh, good. I'm very proud.
Sending you all
Oh,
over.
great. That is such great news.
I'm okay.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. Love you very much. Get some good sleep, okay? Love you. Say bye, everyone. Oh, the show's going good. We had some technical difficulties at the start because I didn't know the computer was on mute and I couldn't hear anyone. I was stuck on that for a good 20 minutes, wasn't I? And I was like, I can't hear anyone. I was pressing all these buttons and that it was just on mute.
It's been funny, hasn't it?
I think we've done all right.
It was
We've done
so
all
funny,
right.
though. But yeah, we're doing well. We're just chatting about loads of stuff.
Right, well, I'll let you carry on and I'll see you in a few hours.
All right, awesome. I'll see you in a few hours. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Lynn
Awesome.
used to have 4 German Shepherds.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
How do you walk them? You must look like you're water skiing.
That's what it feels like.
I have to walk my 2 separately. People think it's weird because one minute I'm walking out with a Rottweiler and the next minute I'm walking out with a handbag dog.
God, it's so
It's great
crazy.
to see Johanna's doing
Didn't
well.
Johanna look so well, didn't she?
Yeah.
Doing
Yeah,
well.
that's-
She's
Are they
not
both
long
on the way
back.
home? Is
No,
Johanna coming home
Joe's.
tonight?
No, she's going to be in there for a few days.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I thought, big operation. They need to keep an eye on her for a little while. Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah, well, I
not.
was saying that we was going to do a segment of the show that we
Thank
were all
you,
going to
Julie.
focus on Paul and Johanna,
Mm.
and just imagine that golden light pouring down on their heads, and they're on the way home.
They are.
Johanna's defied every reason that the doctor's given her. She
Yeah.
is performing miracles every single day. And we just
Literally.
need, and then the next step on from that is we have to visualize her actually out on the investigations with us and take. I can't wait for Johanna to get involved.
No, she's excited as well.
Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
Excited.
as much as your dad likes to say that I'm a Wiccan, I'm not. I'm far from. I don't do labels of anything. So
No.
people could call me a healer, they can call me a witch, they can call me a Wiccan, and I go, that's very good. If that's how you want to understand me, that's fine.
I call you a witch quite often.
I call myself a witch quite often, but I don't. It's not something like I'm not putting that badge on and saying that I am. I just.
No, of course.
I think everybody's one of a kind, and it's all very, very easy to lump everybody in the same group. But the quicker we come to the realization that we've all got our own individual gifts, and we're all important, just being ourselves. We don't need to be part of a group. We don't need to be judged. We don't need opinions. All we need to do is know in our head that our conscious, when we sleep at night, I'm good with my conscience. Thank you very much for the day.
Yeah.
Go to sleep and wake up for a new one.
Amazing.
And it's like breathing in and out every day. So yeah, everybody that needs that little bit of extra support at the moment, grab it. Think of me and grab it. I feel like I've got a green silk ribbon. It's like an umbilical cord.
Of course.
And that umbilical cord has got like a gold sand being blown down it, all towards Johanna at the moment.
Yeah.
Pour love and support, but I'm pouring all my energy into Johanna. So that, and if you're having trouble visualizing or knowing how to do remote healing, just imagine that umbilical cord from you to them, from your heart to them, and don't bring any negativity into it. Everything has to be positive. So I'm praying for a total restore of Johanna. She is going to, same as I'm doing with Jason, total system restore from top to bottom. All toxins gone, all illnesses gone. Miracle, please. Thank you very much. Doctors can go and do one.
That can happen. It's perfectly.
It's happened before, and I think we're all capable of it. It's just we've all been dumbed down to think that we need to rely on an outside source, a man-made thing, to heal us. Well, we're all created magically to be here doing what we're doing now, and I don't blame that on like man-made. I'm not quite 100%. I mean, I'm 100% its source, but
yeah, that's what I'm like. I believe something has made us. Not sure what.
But I don't have a religion of sort.
Neither. But if everyone asks, that's fine.
Yeah, and I think so. If people are like I was saying, if people are struggling with understanding how to do healing, we all do it in our own way. But I find that's quite an easy way of thinking about it, because it's the most emerald green you can possibly think of, and that's your heart chakra. So it's from one heart straight to the other. There's no questions.
Yeah.
So that's how I do it. And anybody, I mean, it's the 11/11 today, with the remembrance. And I went and picked my sister up today, and we went for coffee over at garden centre with the family. We walked into the garden centre at bang on 11 o'clock. And of course, we were walking from the car to the cafe, and we weren't quite thinking about what time it was. So I walked in and I said to the girl behind the counter, "Morning," and then realised it was 11 o'clock. I was like, oh my God. So we stood there respectfully for the 2-minute silence. And you never know what the person next to you is going through, because I looked over at my daughter, and believe me, I kicked her ass out there because she was sat there and giggling because she thought it was funny because we'd walked in and not realised. So I was like, get out. But the person stood to her right again was an old gentleman, probably about 70, 75, crying his eyes out, stood there alone. You never know what the person, and as soon as it was over, he sat down and ate his breakfast like it was like nothing had happened. And I was like, I felt such an immense need to go over and give him a hug and go, I understand your pain. I don't know what you've suffered, but I understand where you are. But humans aren't allowed to connect with strangers like that anymore. If I went up and he would be defensive. or I would assume that he would be defensive, because a stranger coming up and going, "I'm sorry, I need to give you a hug." But we all need to get in touch with our humanity a little bit more and think about what our neighbours are going through, and we
That's
can't.
why I miss living in Spain, because everybody hugs everybody there.
Yeah,
The men kiss each other, they all hug
yeah, and it's that human
every
contact.
day.
And that's another thing that they took away from us in lockdown, of like, we couldn't shake hands, everyone had to elbow each other, and it was just like they had to come up with more ingenious ways of how stupid can they make human contact look. And I was still going around giving people a cuddle. I
Yeah, I
was
know.
like, yeah, let me
Are
cuddle
you
you
ill?
off your face. I know that I'm
I
developing
always
diabetes.
will
I
do.
don't care what it says on the news.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like, are
but
you
my
ill?
time's up. My time's up.
Literally.
So yeah, so I don't watch the news and things like that anymore, because I don't
I
want to
don't-
live my life to their scaremongering.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan Dunn won't kiss another man.
You liar.
Dawn said you're a liar.
I said you're a liar, and I know what you and Malcolm are like.
Oh,
No, they're my two. So I've known Alan and Malcolm since I was about 12, 13 years old. Alan's a few years older than me, and this is what I've always been like. So I met
Dawn,
Alan
can
because
I please say something a minute?
what? Go on.
Ronnie's American, and she's saying it's Veterans Day there, but she wants to know what the 11 a.m. means.
So that's the time in England where everybody stands still and remembers all the fallen. So
Because when did the war end? 11
well,
minutes past 11 on the 11th month.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest, because they do everything with numbers.
Yeah, it
Everything
did
with
though.
numbers.
That's why it's 11, 11, 11.
Yeah, it's like 9/11. That symbolises, well, 11 symbolises the Twin Towers.
Mm.
So when they felled the Twin Towers, that was supposed to be a sign of 9/11. It's got symbolic numerology to God, so it symbolises God to them. And when the towers came down, that was when they could bring in their satanic regime, which is lovely.
Yeah, but the actual war ended at 11 o'clock on the 11th.
But
That is why that is why they all stand at 11 o'clock.
yeah, but it was 1919 we started the Memorial Sunday. It wasn't from World War II, it was from First World War.
Yeah, but the reason why they stop at 11 o'clock is because that's when the war stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. But I don't know. Who was that acknowledged the war stopped at 11/11 on the 11th? Because a lot of the Japanese and stuff like that think it's still going on now. They're stuck on islands. It's still going on.
Alan Dunn especially won't kiss Malcolm.
No.
Go on, give him a big one.
No, Malcolm is about 6'5", without a hair on his head. I met them when I was about 12. They lived in they were visiting their friend down the road, and they were convinced that me and my group of friends outside was ordering pizzas and taxis for their house. Well, this was before mobile phones and stuff, so it's like, why would we be doing that? My mum and dad didn't even have a phone in the house, and the nearest phone box was up the road. So
I used to love cramming into phone boxes with all your mates.
They were getting annoyed at whoever it was doing these fraud calls for them. So they saw us hanging out as a bunch of kids outside their house, and Malcolm and Alan, being a lot older than us, jumped out the top floor window with a pool cue and chased us up the road with pool cues. So of course, all my mates absolutely cagged their pants and ran off. Now, I don't like running. So I literally ran about 20 yards and turned around and went, "What do you want?" to these two bloody great big blokes. And yeah, so they've been like my big brothers ever since. I don't see Malcolm as much anymore, but I see Alan quite a lot now, and it's great having them back in my life, because they are like my big brothers that I never had.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, I've got.
Do
my
they
little
know
brother,
my
Keith.
cousins?
Yes.
Do they know the Penaligans?
Yes, very much so.
Do they?
Yeah, Alan, Amanda's cousin is Goosey, so he'll know that. Yeah, everybody knows Goosey, but yeah, back onto the paranormal stuff. So I've got all my healing crystals here tonight. So I've got a couple of fluorite,
Awesome.
rose quartz skull. So they're my healing team. All
Good.
sending love and support to Johanna and anybody else that needs it on 11/11.
Thank you very much. I think we'll do a couple more questions. And I've noticed the time, it's like 9:15, so we'll do a couple more questions and then.
Isn't he cute though? Doesn't he look like Groot?
Alan
Oh.
Dunn said, yeah, I know him. Yeah, he does look like Groot.
He does, doesn't he? My cousin gave
And I
me
don't
a-
mean Alan Dunn.
Cute.
I know, he's tall enough to be Groot.
Oh, I love the baby group.
Yeah. So,
So,
yeah. So Alan's saying, yes, he does know Goosey. Yeah.
Why is he called Goosey? I never didn't realise.
There are a lot of things I know about Goosey, but that isn't one of them. I don't know why.
Well,
he's called Goosey.
actually, we're going right off topic here, which is my fault.
We are.
Talking
we
about
are.
my cousin.
But his local history, and because he would be a legend, that we did have an actual legend buried in Truro today. We had his funeral with Ronnie Tan. And
Who?
Ronnie Tan,
Oh, I don't know him.
he was so from as long as I can remember, he's worked on the doors in the pubs and clubs in Truro, and he always had Elvis Presley whiskers, like massive, great big sideburns, and he was an absolute. Him and his family are absolute legends in Truro. So sending them all the love in the world as well today, because they lost. They're obviously the granddad, who was the matriarch of the family. They lost his wife within weeks of each other. So everyone's got a story to tell. Everyone's got a bit of trauma they're going through. They just need to forgive each other a little bit more and not try and take our bad trauma out on other people.
Hands like a gorilla. Who's got hands like a gorilla?
Malcolm,
The
I expect.
I don't know.
Malcolm
Or maybe
will be
the
something.
man you're talking about who died today. I don't know. But
Oh yeah,
I've got
probably
a
Ronnie Tan,
problem
yeah.
here. Is that
Right.
my battery's going to go any minute.
oh
Okay.
God.
No matter. We'll stay. You can stay until your energy's gone.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if I Ronnie Tan.
Yeah, he had hands like a gorilla. Yeah, it's 9:20 now, so we'll start looking to wrap it up. But if anybody's got any more questions that they want to put in the chat about
will be
paranormal
amazing.
experiences or aliens or shapeshifters or anything like that.
Let me go in the bedroom a minute and get my plug. Hang on.
Because I know when my little one, most people know from the chat that when I had my first children, I had my firstborn, I had twins, and I lost the oldest one when she was about 6 months old. She died. So I had, I've still got Tegan still here with me, and Abby is obviously in spirit. But when Tegan was little, Tegan used to come up to me and she'd say, "Who's that little girl in the white dress behind the patio door, Mum?" And I'd be like, "What white dress, sweetheart?" And she would describe the dress that we sent out Abby off in to perfection. And I remember one time she came down the stairs and she had a cut lip. And I said, "What on earth happened?" And she said, "Maka Paka flew out of her doll's house and smacked her into the lip." And it's Abby still wanting to play with her. Abby never left her. So just because we can't see it is how we interpret messages from our loved ones. We need to get on their frequency, because it's really hard for them to come down to our frequency.
Yeah,
So we have
it's
to
not.
clear our minds, which is why I was thinking more along the lines of meditation
Yeah.
when we go and do the investigations, because when a quiet mind, they can talk to you a lot easier when you're not thinking about 3D land flapping away, work, tax, bank account, money.
Yeah.
When we're not thinking about that sort of stuff, we can actually connect with them a lot easier. And yeah, so I think meditation and frequency music, when I go on the next hunt or investigation, and when Johanna's on the mend, we can actually start fixing some dates. And otherwise, I'm just
Bringing her with her.
Yeah, well, you see, I know your dad has got a lot on his plate at the moment, but I want to go out and start getting content. I want to go in. I mean, at the moment, it is just the graveyard because I'm not going to start on a new location without having your dad, yourself, Amanda with us. So this is why I keep going back to the graveyard. But I want to sit there and do. I think I might take Alan or one of my other friends, Keith, with me because they're like right on my doorstep, and I can literally phone them up.
Oh, you're frozen a bit then. Oh, I got a giant. Hello. Dawn
Oh.
frozen.
I've moved to a
There
different
you
area.
go.
You're back.
Yeah, I got plugged in. I'm plugged in.
Oh, good. Good. Good.
So then,
That doesn't
what's
look like
happened
anybody
since I've been
else's.
away?
I was saying about experiences when Tegan was little and how I don't think when you have that twin contact that
She's
come in
frozen again.
as like a split soul, so that they never actually separate from each other.
No, I know what you're on
I
about.
go along with it. So it's just
Yeah.
my
We
proof
should
on the
actually
paranormal.
get together sometime and, you know, have a Christmas celebration.
A Christmas ghost hunt. I'll be
I'm
the
all
ghost
about
of Christmas.
I'll be
So you
ghost
can
of
be the
Christmas.
ghost of Christmas past. I'll be the ghost of Christmas now, and Maya can be the ghost of Christmas future. And I wonder who your dad's going to play.
Scrooge.
Oh,
You said it, Amanda. I know.
I didn't mean that. Why did I say that? I'm going to get in so much trouble now.
wow.
No, he's not Scrooge because he bought me a cup of tea on Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Now I owe him one.
Waterstones.
No, we didn't go Waterstones. It was
You go
absolutely
same
packed in there because it was Remembrance parade in Truro on Saturday. So it was absolutely packed. It took me 3
Where
car
did you
parks
go
to find
to then?
There's a new little cafe over the road, so we went into there. But
Is that the one down where the Inkfish is? Just a bit down there.
yeah, this was just at the end of Cathedral Lane.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't go down to your dad's favourite one. No, we just went over to the road, to the and it was nice. We could sit and watch out the window and watch the world go by, watch all the zombies walk past the window.
No, my favourite is going at Christmas at like just before like Christmas is happening. You see them all running
Frozen
around.
again, both of you.
Oh,
Waterstones is all right, but it's a bit cramped, isn't it?
I want to go to old places so that we can like recce the joint while we're having a cup of tea. Because it's true, the ghosts spirits aren't just around at night. They find it easier to connect with us at night, but they're still around during the day. Do you know what's really annoying me at the moment? Is all these ghost videos that you get and the ghost, right? So we really, really struggle to see ghosts. And it's a miracle when we do see a ghost. So now you see all these videos on YouTube and everything like that, and all these ghosts, hang on a minute, I'll see if I can do it. They're like,
they just poke themselves.
if you're a ghost,
like, you only see a corner of them.
but if you're a ghost and you're invisible, why would you peep around a door? Just go invisible. Why are they? So I don't believe any of these little shadows peeping around a door, because why would they do that?
No,
They'd just be going around their normal day. So why would
Literally.
they peep their heads around it? So a lot of them, I think, out there at the moment are staged AI, and it's so difficult to know the difference between AI and real footage nowadays, which is why I want to go out and do it a little bit more. Yeah,
That's with everything. That's like people want their hair done and it's AI pictures, and nails done and it's AI pictures.
yeah, and
They're just impossible.
The questions people ask, they're like, "Oh, I want this," and I'm like, "There's no way your hair's gonna get to that stage." Like,
I used to love it when they come in and they go, "Couldn't you do my hair like this?" And I go, "Yep." And they go, and you start doing it, and they go, "That's not the way that I saw it on the YouTube video."
Well,
you
it's
go,
your hair. It's going to be
I
different,
will get the
isn't it?
same result, but doing it my way. You know, like 35 years of experience. You're paying me to trust me.
Yeah, literally.
Excuse me 1 minute. Lynn said she used to be a twin,
Oh, was she?
and
Is
she said her brother passed away an hour after he was born.
Oh, wow. Do you
Oh.
have
So
a
she
kid
knows what you're
that's
going on
around
about.
you? Or so I'd like to know how. Do you still feel connected with them? Is there certain habits that you have that you feel like when you're doing it, do you feel like you're doing a double take? Like this is what he would do as well. I'm fascinated with things
Alan
like that.
Dunn said maybe they're having a laugh like they would have been when they was alive, Dawn.
Exactly. Their humour doesn't go.
Hmm.
So, I mean,
That's why they're just sticking their head round the corner.
Like, big woo.
why would they do it though? I don't
To
understand
annoy
why.
you.
It is just like group.
Like, I'm not here.
Yeah, but if there were a ghost and they're trying to connect with you, then surely they're not gonna peep around the door. I mean, I can understand children doing that because that's what kind of like playful, playing hide and seek. But for adult spirits or ghosts to be doing that, I'm thinking,
Right, doing that, are they?
yeah, it always makes me like go, is that real? Because a lot of the ones that I've seen that I feel are real are just naturally caught in a ghost just walking across a park or a graveyard or a shadow going past a window, hearing a carriage pull up outside. That's the sort of evidence that I want to pick
Yeah.
up on.
Yeah,
Because-
it'd be great fun being a ghost.
Oh, do you know we're not ghosts?
Well, I don't. Well, if I
Oh,
was.
do you know that when you're awake isn't dream world and when you're asleep is real world? How do you know?
Like
I've
when
got-
we're
See,
asleep, what happens? Where do we go?
Yeah.
Maya, your hair is
I've-
so long.
I know,
The
it's so
thing is,
long.
I've got friends and my cousin, and they're actually aware of where they go when they sleep, and they remember it all.
How?
They call themselves dream warriors, so they're actually fighting in their conscious, and that's why some of us, when we wake up in the morning, we got bumps, bruises, scratches. Sometimes you wake up and you're elated for some reason. You just feel really, really excited for the day.
Yeah.
Because you've had a victory in your dream. You can't remember it, but you've had a victory in your dream fighting consciousness. And
I
sometimes
don't know
you
what
feel
your
like,
mate's talking about. He said he can still smell farmyards.
I don't know, farmyards, what are you going on about? Yeah, and sometimes you wake up in the morning and you feel like at the depths of despair, like you've lost your most treasured possession. And there's no rhyme or reason why you wake up feeling like that. And it's because you've lost in dream world.
Yeah.
There's two different,
Crazy.
yeah. I think it's fascinating, all that. And my friends, they will tell you the story word for word about how they were battling people and and it's up to everybody to believe what they want to believe. But I like taking it from everywhere. So it doesn't matter whether I think they might be in dream world or a little bit nuts or whatever. I go, that's good for you. If you think when you go to sleep, you're riding on dragons, do you know what? Sometimes I go to sleep and I dream that I'm riding on dragons, and who am I to argue that I'm not?
No. Exactly.
Sometimes I go to sleep and I dream of Jason Momoa.
Well, there you go. I don't know why you're doing that. It'd be a nightmare for me. I'd be going, ooh.
Because I love him.
No, see, I don't do that
Jason
idolising
Momoa,
anymore
who's
either.
that?
Jason Momoa, Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to wean her off this
Too old for you,
idolising
but
people.
I like him.
See, I don't idolise anybody. So
I
I don't
do.
follow anybody. I don't have a religion. I don't have a like somebody that I look up to and go, oh, I wish I could be more like them. I'm just like, everybody's everybody, and I'm me. I'm the best person on this planet at being me.
I love Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
my
see,
favourite.
you see, that's idolising. It's great to like their music, but when When it
She's
becomes
helped
a
so
fan,
many people in this world.
Yeah.
Though.
there's a
I
lot of
just-
things that get shown in the press about a lot of famous people, and it's because the media and everything are paid to say nice things about them. It's like their advertising campaign for this pop star or this film star, or but when you actually delve deeper under the surface of all that fame and fortune in Hollywood, it's really not pretty.
I
It's
know,
not pretty at all.
she's an amazing human.
They're
thought anyway.
distractions for us.
Yeah.
So it's
I love
exactly
her
the same as like the Romans in the Colosseum
That,
years ago.
excuse me, Dawn.
What?
That's why Alan said you know you're still alive, because if you was ghosts, you would not be able to smell farms.
What?
My dad always used to say, "Why you can still smell farm shit, you know you're still alive."
Yeah, see, Jason's got this thing: see, feel, hear, and touch. So long as you can still feel, hear, and touch, then you know you're alive. And to a certain extent, bang on. That's right.
Well, yeah, because ghosts can't touch. Well, they
Well,
can.
we're only
Well,
putting.
they can.
if
Well,
you
how
need to,
can they can throw things around them?
because it's energy. It's energy. So it's like you know, like a magnet. When you turn a magnet and it's against each other.
Mm.
So they put that against that negative force against whatever they want. Have you never seen the film Ghost?
Of course, I have. My favourite film.
Well, Get Off My Train teaches Patrick Swayze how to physically touch things, and it can't be. You can't think, oh, I want to move that skull, because you haven't got a hand to move that skull. So you have to physically want to move it with your mind and focus all your energy on moving it. Yeah, excuse me. Lainey's just interrupted me.
Sorry.
No,
What's Lainey want?
she's asking me if, because her room is clean, can she take Ollie upstairs? It's like, I'm on a live on YouTube to people all around the world. And do you want to come round and just check a minute if it's all right if she takes the dog upstairs? I've already answered you. That's my answer. No, you know it's not.
Oh, mummy, let her take her doggy.
No.
Yes.
Shoo.
Oh, just so hush.
No, go away.
Lainey,
Sorry about
yeah, you
that.
can.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Oh my lord. Well, time's running away with us now. Paul will tell us off.
I know he's going to be like, what's going on?
I know. Is Paul on his way home now?
I'm not
Thanks,
sure.
Ronnie.
He's staying
See
up
you
there.
later.
He just said to me that he'll see me in a few hours, so
Yeah, I expect
Might
you'll want
be
to
on
come
the
home and
way.
make sure the dogs are all right.
He's going to be exhausted when he comes home.
yeah. I had to wake up at 5:45 this morning to say goodbye and stuff, and then went back to sleep till about 7. I had to get up for college. I had an exam this morning as well. It's been a
Oh,
long day.
did it go well?
I hope so. I've had about 3 maths exams, and
I think you're in the same maths
Good.
exams as Tegan. Tegan was taking maths exams last week. Was it last week? Yeah, beginning of last week. I think she
does
had
she
one.
do functional skills or does she do?
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
she's on
she might have
functional
been in
skills
my
one.
exam the other day then.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'll have to introduce you and Tegan because there's only like a year or two between you.
Oh wow, is she older than me?
She's 20 in December.
Oh right.
Yeah. But age is just a number as far as I'm concerned. It goes on experiences.
Yeah. True.
So yeah,
true.
she's a fascinating little character to get to know. But a lot of kids nowadays, probably like yourself, you have a bit of social anxiety. Situations that you're
Depending
not
on what
quite
it
sure
is.
of.
Mm.
Yeah, she's quite standoffish, and she can people think that she was unsociable, but she's not. She just doesn't know what to say until she hears the rest of the conversation, and then she can join in. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
But
what I'm quite.
I might drag her onto some investigations, but with
That'd be
Lainey, Lainey's only 15, and me and Paul have had this discussion, so I know that he's all right for me to talk about it, and I know that he wants younger people to come on board and do the ghost hunts, but I think it's like a cut off at like 16 where your imagination can't overact. Lainey's got a very
Yeah, 'cause you
active
get
imagination.
scared.
And I mean, when that Momo thing came out, there was a Momo third.
Oh,
all
God, it
those
terrified
she
me.
was terrified, and it properly imprinted on her brain, where she would still talk about it now, and it would put her back to square one. So I'd like to get younger people involved, but I would like to do it like on a much gentler. Obviously, I'm not going to take them into a graveyard and say, "Oh yeah, I've got 5 meat suits buried in here." I'm not going to be saying stuff like that, but it's good that they need to put it into their conscious now that there is a paranormal world. There are things that you can't explain. The more you work on connecting to that paranormal world, the more things will make sense.
Yeah.
And the more you step away and distract yourself from that, the more confused and zombie-ish you'll become. So we all need to connect. We need to connect with the earth. We need to connect with the sky and the sea. And that's what our creation is. We're here as the caretakers of the planet. And we're not doing a very good job because we're all too busy looking at screens.
Excuse
I
me,
think
caretaker of the planet. I think we've lost most of our people.
Oh, have we?
Have we? I don't know. I can't see many people saying anything.
Yeah, I mean, we've been on it for an hour and a half, almost an hour and 40 minutes. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
I said to Dawn, I won't be able to think of anything to talk about. Then
Gosh, 20 minutes of that was me trying to figure out that I was on bloody mute.
Yeah, well, I never have a problem talking to anybody.
But you did really well, Maya, and what?
Yeah.
God, neither
I
did the
think it was
boys.
all those years hairdressing, talking to myself in the mirror.
Yappa, 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 yappa.
Just yap, yap, yap. It doesn't matter if the client's listening to me or not. Just
No.
yap.
Yeah.
We need to do it again next week. We'll work out how to do the pictures.
Yeah. Dad
Yeah.
said he'd show me.
Yeah. Well, we need to give Paul as much time off as he can, but obviously a distraction when he wants to jump in and come back and everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he might not need us to do it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
I'm sure he'll be more than happy to have all of us on there. This is what it's supposed to be. We're the Cornish ghost hunting team, or the investigation team. This is us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, me and
I
Paul
wouldn't ever come on it before, would I?
on
Dawn?
here
I'm
every
like,
week, and you play all the
oh,
Pearl
I can't do
Higgins.
it.
No, we're supposed to be on here talking about the experiences that we have when we're out. And I mean, it's not just when we all go on a ghost hunt, it's individually. Has anything happened to you this week? Did you see a shadow when you're going upstairs? Did you put your keys in a certain place? And like every day this week, I put my keys in a certain place, and every day I've gone to look back for them and they're not there.
Oh, no, that happens to me all the time.
Yeah, see, that's paranormal.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it's paranormal. I normally go, for God's sake, Abby, just put them back. And they're back to where they were. So that's just them letting you know that it's not just that they send you messages all the time, especially when they see you struggling.
Yeah.
If they see you struggling, the last time I cried over Abby, so it was one of our anniversary about 3 years ago, and I was in the back garden, had my headphones on, and listening to a song called "Dancing in the Sky," and I had tears streaming down my face of just like, why did this happen? I feel so let down, disappointed. Why did this have to happen to us? And it was the first time I think I physically felt Abby's energy come down, grab me by the shoulders and say, "Mum, not one more tear in my name, not one more tear."
Oh,
Oh,
Because they don't want us to be sad and upset.
no.
They don't want us to feel like that, because I think they find it easier to communicate when we're having a memory of them, a good memory. And they find it easier to link up with us like that rather than when we're sad and low frequency.
Of course.
So everyone has to try and keep their vibes up and be happy.
Yeah.
And if you have got trauma, and something really crappy is happening in your life, give me a text. I'm always on the other end of the message, and we'll sit with you through it. Or take the dog for a walk. Look at nature. Nature's the best healer. Because do you know what?
that's what I do, isn't it? I say to
It
Dawn the
doesn't-
other day, I said, I'm feeling shitty. I said, I'm having a day off with my dog, and then I'd
Yeah.
get my dog, go in the woods.
Yeah, I go
Yeah.
down to where I don't see any other humans, because you find
Oh
so
yeah, I
many
get fed up with
out of
people.
that. But it's like where I live, I've got nobody looking in at me or anything like that. I live on an estate, but I've still got the energy of everybody around me. So if next door they aren't, but if next door are falling out and having arguments, then that would affect the energy of my house. Do
Yeah.
you see what I mean? So when there's a lot of people in a certain place together, it doesn't matter whether they're communicating with each other or not. You still get like an energy mass.
Excuse me, Dawn. We've got
Yeah.
a couple of messages here. Kaz says hi. I don't know who Kaz is. Is
Hi,
she somebody
Kaz.
new?
No.
Alan Dunn said his dad's favourite dog whistle went missing when he passed.
Do you ever hear it?
Lynn Fern had an experience 2 weeks ago with Archie, my grandson.
Okay. Oh, she's going to
That
tell us
hasn't
another
been
time.
long since Archie's passed, really.
Yeah. Yeah,
She
see,
said
it'd
I'll
be
tell
nice
you
to get
about
a
it
few
another
people.
time.
It would be nice to get a few people on to talk about their experiences.
Yeah, I think Dad's thought about doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think people are a little bit chicken to do it, which is why I've asked them to write it down.
Yeah.
But we need to get these documented evidence now, because I think I really feel like we're living in a time where the veil is so thin that we're going to see more and more of this. We're going to be seeing more. If you're consciously aware of it and you watch people on the television, you can actually see them morphing. Really freaky, but yeah, you can actually see people on the television. You can like see their eyes.
Oh, right. Yes, I get you.
Or sometimes with a human, we're used to seeing a round pupil, but sometimes you can see quite a snake-like eye in some of these people on the television and stuff. So yeah, just open your conscious, open your mind to these things. They are around us. They are going to get more and more common as the veil thins even more and more. So just be prepared for some weird stuff happening. And I want to know about all the weird stuff.
Kaz says Ghosties eating the cheese toasties.
That's the Slimer from Ghostbusters. Yeah, Alan's talking about lizards. The thing is, going through research and stuff like that, I've researched. I mean, do you think aliens are going to invade us, or do you think they're already here? Do you think that aliens?
Well, they've been here for years, haven't they?
They were here before us, the original Anunnaki. So it's kind of like the more you go into the conspiracy theories and the rabbit holes, the more that you can actually pick up on aliens. So aliens like ET, generally in the conspiracy world, they're called small greys. So you have the small greys and you have the tall greys, and then you have reptilians, and then you have Palladians and Arcadians, and there are so many alien races that are on this world.
Wow.
But because
Crazy.
it's been under a not nice, the draconian reptilians, it's been under that for thousands of years, and their control systems over us and everything, it's all falling to pieces. So whether it be in my lifetime or somebody else's lifetime, I don't know, because I don't know how long I'm going to be here for.
No, yeah, you might have to come back again.
Well, no, I ain't doing that. No.
Well, how do you know?
No, I'm not. I believe that our souls get a choice, and we come. Earth is like a big school. We come here to experience. We can actually physically experience things like love, hate, taste, smell. We can hear when we're in a physical body. We can physically experience those things, which is why we come here to learn the lessons. But as a soul,
I wonder why some people have such really nice lives, and some people are just like
to learn
doomed
lessons
the whole time.
Yes, to learn lessons. So if you can have something that's really traumatic, and instead of putting that in your backpack, and whenever someone's mean to you, you go, oh yeah, but this happened to me, so I deserve to be able to treat you like that because this happened to me, and then you're supposed to feel sorry for them. So they win. They can treat you however you like, but you can't. So through experience, growing up, being an adult, whatever, you come to a conclusion where it's like, well, your opinion and your judgment of me is yours and yours
Mm.
alone. I don't have
Dawn.
to take that with me. What?
What's your opinions on the Ouija board? Kaz wants to know. Well, that's quite a big subject.
Yeah. No, I know that Paul likes the Ouija board, but he doesn't like what it's called. So he would like it to be called an angel board or contact board or something like that. Me, on the other hand, I am very, very wary of Ouija boards. I've had experience of Ouija boards. I'm not 100% trustworthy on the information that comes through. I believe that it is from a spirit, but I don't trust that spirit. There's an easy open door for them. So as much as I would, I don't want to do one, and I will do it, put everything in Paul's path not to talk me into doing one. I would rather do a meditation circle or invent our own way. So instead of using a Ouija board, we'll invent a new one.
Mm.
We'll
I
invent
remember he
something else,
said
yes, no, and letters and numbers on it. But
when
as
he
a
had to
Ouija
do
board,
one, he didn't want to do it really, did he?
no, I don't mind doing a spirit circle. I don't mind doing scrying. I don't mind sitting on my own under the trees with the graves. I don't mind, like, we've discovered a holy well up at Kenwyn now, haven't we? And there's a story up there of a little boy that passed. He went down to get some water and he never came out. He drowned down in the well. And so this well is still accessible. It's got granite steps going down into this well. And I'd sit in there. I'd sit in there quite happily on my own. That wouldn't bother me in the slightest. When people go on ghost hunts now and they hear a pebble or they see a shadow, and it's kind of like, unless you're in the mindset of you're going ghost hunting, those pebbles and shadows you wouldn't even take any notice of, because you're in the focus of it being a pebbles being thrown. You go, oh, that was a spirit, and that's what you're there for. It's only a pebble. If that happened to you during the day, you wouldn't take a blind bit of notice of it.
Mm-mm.
Or if
No.
you saw a shadow go past you, you wouldn't take a blind. So these people that are going out doing ghost hunts, and the first sign that they get of paranormal activity, and they run for the hills, they're doing that for show and likes and clicks.
Yeah. Goodness.
I'm not saying that
Maya
I'm
is yawning. Kaz just said, Amanda, you looking tired, get some sleep soon. And now
Yeah.
Maya's started yawning.
Sorry, guys.
No, see, I do think I'm not infallible. I am going to, like, there are going to be situations that we go into that I am going to be scared of or respectful of what's in there. We're going to know what sort of energy is in there, and I'll be very respectful of that. And I know that just doing this, you're opening yourself up to all sorts of possibilities. But I'm willing to risk it for a biscuit.
Risk it. That's the way.
I know if
I
we
think
walk
it's
into somewhere
all
and
right.
get scratched or something
As long
like
as
that,
you're with people that you trust, and
thing
you
is,
know,
my fear
you
will
just be
turn into
careful.
anger really quickly. So if something scratched me, that's invasive. I want to know why you did that. If you're trying to get my attention, here I am. But don't be violent towards me. So I would get mad more than being scared. If they're throwing things at me and I'm going, right, if you can throw something right on the window, boo.
Literally.
Yeah.
Maya, you know that East Street house, whatever. Then the monk in there wanted to touch one of the ghost hunters, and the ghost hunter said to him, "Don't touch me." He said, "I don't give you permission to touch me."
Yeah, and that's it's got
Because
to
he
be a
said, "Can I
conscious-
touch you?" And he said, "No."
But that's it. You've got, so either you walk in
That'd
there
be a bit
openly,
freaky, wouldn't it?
you walk in there openly, and they've got full access to you. If you don't consciously go, you have no right to come anywhere near me.
Yeah.
So you have to consciously go into these things, and it's called put on your full armor of God, because consciously you have to protect every single energy point of view. Otherwise, they will leech it off you, and you'll get an attachment.
And you've got to look after the people that you're with on your ghost hunt, really.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, and then you've got to remember as well, when you come away from the ghost, from the location that you've done, you must peacefully and respectfully say thank you for letting us visit, and thank you for your efforts, but this is your place, this is your time. You are not allowed to come with me. I don't give you permission to come with me. You stay here. So you have to consciously do that. You can't just walk into these places and go, oh, I got ghosts following me. Well, you're going to if you do that.
Yeah, you got to say thank you and goodbye.
Yeah, you got to do it respectfully and know that it's not a game, because it's not a game to them.
No.
It might be entertainment, but I'm not doing this for entertainment. I'm doing this for research and actually to find out what the answers that we've all got questions to.
Of course.
Yes,
Well,
it's 10 to 10.
What point
And I
of it?
think
It is 10 to 10.
10 to 10 is a good time
Yeah,
to
we're
finish.
ready.
11.
Wow, that is amazing. Oh my God, it is actually as well.
Yep. So I think that's a really good time to wrap it up and say, everyone keep your focus on Johanna and send her all our love.
Thank you very
and
much.
all our support. And anybody
love,
else that needs
support.
love and support and
Obviously,
a
everyone else as
full
well.
system restore, just soak up the energy from our group. If we all just focus on
Positive
on
energy.
positive energy and directing it where it's needed, at least we're doing it. At least somebody's doing it.
Someone's doing it. At least we're all trying, eh?
Yeah, yeah. And
It
when
was
you
a
have your
good night,
15
actually, girls, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
when you
was.
have your 15 minutes meditation or whatever you guys do to sit and wind down, just put Johanna in your mind and just give her a little restore. Imagine her all sparkly and healthy and living life to the full again.
Of course.
Because we have to manifest it. It's not going to just happen.
No, can't have that.
Yes. So we have to manifest it, and we're going to work hard on manifesting it.
Of course. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you all have an amazing night. Good night.
And you.
God bless.
Thanks, Maya. Bye, Dawn.
Love to everybody.
Bye.
Thank
Love
you.
you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Love you.